Hello, dear community from CONSOLFOOD 2033. I am Irene Lucas. I am a visual artist and living and working between Vienna and in Austria and Alicante. And I'm very glad to be here to present my project Solar Thinking Seeds, how to introduce the use of solar cooking in the vegetable garden in the school. So here you see the place in Vienna where I work directly to a park. So it's a very public cooking what I'm doing. And also this is the bike trailer, the Vino tractor, where I go to the schools and transport all the solar cookies we have. In these solar cookings are very professional cookers, but there are also some do-it-together projects with satellites, dishes, and so you see how here we make workshops at different schools. Solar cookers as a dispositive for education in the field of environmental awareness that is rising in the schools, and what we precisely want to remark is that the school garden is a great space where to work with these solar cookers, and it's a space of transition between the school space and the city space. So the current climate protection protests show us all how much potential there is in the role of youth in our socio-political landscape. The public image is increasingly determined by painted posters and various actions coming from the young people. This mobilization of youth is giving rise to new images that are developing out of a consciousness and an active desire to change and shape things. That's why I think precisely with this shape things, mirroring things, and the capacity of consent of energies, it's an important thing to do with young people, and definitely at schoolyards. This is why one of the principal seeds where I think is the power of solar cooking is taking position on be aware. The question is also was for us, what role does contemporary art education play in these young protests, and how could art offer new perspectives for a contemporary approach? What skills does contemporary art education offer, and where exactly can art practice and environmental education meet in the creation of new images and perspectives in the field of schools? This question as the starting point for the need for an initiative that acts an interface between art education and environmental education in the school sector. This is where I would like to talk about my experience with the use of solar cookers in artistic eco-social projects in the playground of several schools. I would like to introduce some patterns that can be adapted to the school own needs. These patterns is what I called seeds, and this first seeds is taking position. I started to use the solar cooker for schools projects for the contemporary art exhibition in Murcia, 2010, in the Manifesta, where Manolo Vilches in Spain helped us to organized a solar parable cooker, and I got into the magical practice of the solar cooking. We decided to design a modular project for several schools that would allow us to open a collaborative workspace with the students, collective learning. We wanted to investigate with them the school environment from the perspective of the impact of the landscape. So the issue of food production was fundamental, and the image of collective meal in the schoolyard appealed to us. Through the solar cooker, we were able to become independent from the four walls of the school kitchen and to work together in several groups in the courtyard. So we could take pictures with a group, we could make mappings with another group, we could make garden projects, gardening works with another group, and with the last group we could cook with a solar cooker, so we could at the end eat together in a collective meal. This was one of the patterns, and the seed was like define the frame, take position. With a solar cooker, we could make an orientation, what we called orient action, because the solar cooker orients us towards the sun like sunflowers. So through it, the children in the playground start to look at the sky and connect the sun rays with their own shadows. We always start by defining a common play space that help us to make a collective maps of the environment in which we move, discovering where is east, south, west, and north. We start to connect with the phrases we learned at school. We move from the abstract concept of environment to the more concrete and situated concept of the site and its surroundings. So the first seed is taking position. Be aware where you are and be situated. Define the frame. The second seed is stay connected. We ask about the school way, at home and school, but also about where the food we eat comes from, and what we will cook in the solar cooker. Then we look at the school garden in a different way, because we can work directly with the spices and vegetables from the garden. This is the important thing, that the children and you can really connect the cooking with the schoolyard, with your gardening projects, and to see through the calendar year which vegetables are seasonal, which vegetables you can eat and which not, in which time, which season. The solar cooker helps us to create a magical atmosphere in the school. So we come with stay connected, active listening, adapt to the site, to your gardening project. Look at your neighborhood, but also find the melting point. Look through the solar cooker. You have also to be in the right position, to be aware how the different mirror winds are has to be together in the central point, and this is also important. How is your shadow? How to orientate and to be in the composition where the site and the place where you are. The third seed was for us the be magical. So you are mirroring, you are keeping warm, you are self-confident, you are discovering the quality of life, you are tasting the garden, the quality of learning together, you are tasting the quality of working in different groups, working in different activities, and you have the possibility at the end, and this is now the third seed, to taste the cake. So this is the point that the solar cookers orients us to the sun and connect us with the environment, and the solar cooker is opening for us a space of a magical atmosphere in the school. We cook vegetarian and vegan, of course, and we cook also with different cookers or different technologies of solar cooking, from the vacuum tubes, from the solar boxes, from the parabol satellite, but also do-it-yourself projects. But we are also, for us was also important, who are you cooking with? And for this is this being connected, this neighborhood. We cook with rescue food. So if you have a project and you want to introduce the solar cooking into your school, I would really advise you to have a look at your neighborhood and to see which projects are going on already. Are someone near you who is in this rescue food movement? Is there anyone who is in a community garden project where you can go in with your students, where you can open up also introducing solar cooking to places where they cannot cook with fire? And also there are food co-ops, maybe people who are being aware of the direct contact between producers and consumers, and avoiding the supermarket, and also zero waste projects, and maybe no plastic projects also. And yes, that's why I would really like to invite you to taste the solar cooking at the schoolyard, and to link it with the food politics in your neighborhood, and to try to use this dispositive and to show how these magical moments will arrive. So thank you very much. This for the last image. It's a drawing portrait what I was drawing with a girl in a collective drawing process in a workshop, and there you see I have a pencil in the hand. In the other hand, I have a knife, and then also the satellite parabol mirroring the buildings. So if you come to Vienna or to Alicante, maybe we can meet and cook together. Thank you very much.